They can handle running with Duke, but who's going to be able to stop that three-point shot?
It's Cook, a wide-open triple.
Duke so good at tip.
That stop, the 7-0 Mercer run. That's pickpocketing Cook. Defenders there to the rack.
Easy bucket. Drop back to the 2-3 zone. Here's the problem when you're in a zone. You don't have man-to-man responsibilities. As we've already seen, offensive rebound has been a problem in this first half.
Duke is shooting 31%, and Mercer is shooting 55%. Cook, the three. In the 19th consecutive NCAA. Parker. Outside. Big hit. Quinn Cook.
Duke 7-0 when Emil Jefferson is in double-figure rebounds.
You see the shooting. Approaching 13 to play. A 2. Cook. They get a 3.
That was an
Hood.
Oh, that's tough. But once again, good hustle to get that second chance. And Duke has been living off a second chance opportunity.
They have not shot the ball at all particularly well from the field. But what they have done is because of these offensive rebounds and second shot opportunities, that's what's kept them alive in this game.
Duke with 15 offensive rebounds. Cook with the dance. Hood with the move. Cook will cock and fire from 3.
Offensively, but they've got to be able to shore up the rebounding.
With the midst of our 8th tie, here comes Suleiman around the Hood screen. Cook, Parker down low, Thornton outside. That's the Blue Devil 5. Approaching 7 to play in the second half. Hood, the Mississippi State transfer. Cook, the 3.
They are too far off.
More than half of their shots were from beyond the arc.
Cook. Got it. 2-10 to... That's 1 for 7.
A steal. Thornton ahead to Cook for the uncontested layup, and the Blue Devils. Harris the drive, and down with the rebound is Parker. Tony Bennett grimacing, wanted a little more clock to be run on that possession, and Cook got a pretty good team. He's got Barber in off the bench right now, and Lee and Freeman, along with the starters, Vandenberg and Warren. Quinn Cook, who only played 12 minutes.
Rest a little bit on the bench right now because I'm feeling it. I'm in the flow.
Wolfpack fans are feeling it right now. Cook, baseline drive. Got it. Tough, high arcing floater.
They got some good athletes. They got Warren up on the top of the pressure.
He's lost some weight from last year in much better condition, and you can see it in how hard he works with and without the basketball.
Well, you see some of that scoring potential, obviously, from last year, but they had so many people there, Lorenzo Brown, Leslie, Howell.
Now they've gone into a 2-3 zone. Cook's open and hits another 3. Second three.
To make that play happen for himself. That shows a little unselfishness on his part.
Past the midway point of the second half, Duke leading NC State by 9.
Last year, Duke knocked out in the semis by Florida State. Had the double king last year, Miami, Jim Larinaga.
Good pass by Hairston, and Cook knocks down the 3. Hairston doing. McDaniels in the game, but on the weak side, out on the perimeter. Not a big factor here tonight as Cook gets the steal in the lane, and the Blue Devils take the lead.
Clemson does a nice job showing up mock pressure to basically just take some time off the shot clock and allow their defense to set up in the half-court set. They stay in the 2-3 zone on this possession.
Duke just 2 for 9 shooting threes. 3 for 10.
Bench right now with Hubert.
Cook.
Parker or Wiggins.
And Embiid may be in the conversation as well. Cook. Yes!
Let's play horse. Let's play horse.
AAC tournament, and it could hurt them in the NCAA tournament as well.
And they struggle to score.
Yes. See, Bob, I really think they have to get Duke a playmaker, a Rodney Hood, a Jabari Parker at that free throw line area to break down the zone. This zone is really giving them problems, and it shouldn't against a team that shoots the long ball as well as they do.
Hood set up Cook, and now a triple rattles
the offensive backboard. That's gotten them into foul trouble.
All three of those players are now on the bench. So Matt Jones coming on, as Duke probably going a little bit deeper into their bench than maybe they expected to have to, down 6. Nice. Quinn Cook with the left hand. Williams, catch and shoot. No good. Cook shovels one off to Thornton, who thought about a 3 and now backs it out.
And Duke has to continue to get the basketball into Rodney Hood's hands. Wake Forest has not had have not had an answer for him when he's gotten it.
Cook slips one to Hood. Now back to Cook for 3. Got it. Timeout.
A game that was suspended by the snow. If you haven't been there, go to GoHeels.com and read the story from Adam Lucas about Meredith Stapleton. It is an unbelievable emotional read about how cancer affects
for them, and the loss of in Syracuse. Foul trouble for Syracuse may be a big problem for them tonight. Cook misses the
what
look
a great
at Parker.
offensive rebound.
The Parker's had the ball knocked away out of his hands several times in this ball game tonight.
Patience right here. Patience, poise, points. The 3 P's, Dan Schulman. The 3 P's.
Well, the 4th P is paint. They got to get it into the paint.
I like that. I like that even better. You make shots over the top of that zone.
What about perimeter? Good again.
That's trouble when he gets it in there.
Cook for 3.
An unplugged in blender.
There's Cook with a drive. Nice pass to the cutting Jefferson. Hubert with a rejection, but Duke still has it with 10 to shoot. Cook for 3.
And one thing, they're going to have size next year when Mr. Okafor comes to town from out of the Windy City.
Strong drive by Cook. Game against Duke, struggled in both games as a freshman last year. Looking to get on track here in the second half tonight. Parker knocked away. Duke gets it back. Cook into the game for Thornton, who sits down with 3 fouls.
That's a ball that Carolina probably should have come away with. They call it a 50-50 ball. That looked more like 60-40, and they didn't get it.
Cook with a floater, high off the glass and good.
We didn't see that. Now, I know they played him tough, and they didn't give him enough help with screens, but he's a lot more aggressive right here in the second half.
Well, they've been very successful with that 2-man game with he and James Michael McAdoo. That puts a lot of pressure on the defense. McAdoo's an excellent slasher off those screens. He can slip them.
Oh, he stepped right into the lane. Almost had that for a steal.
Hood retains possession. Shot clock inside 10. Cook asking for a screen.
He's getting one, too, but he went the other way from the screen.
Knocks down the 3. A lead 8 or Final Four type environment with Duke playing Carolina here tonight. Less than 48 hours later, Dick, they play Syracuse.
Unbelievable. But think about this. Syracuse needs that win if they want to win the ACC regular season championship, because Virginia's up there at 13-1.
Quinn Cook.
Back in the zone. Back in the zone after the 3.
Back in their point zone, and Duke will look into the corners.
Hood to the baseline. Kick to a wide open Cook. Got the bounce.
That's a great job, Jerry, containing Duke's 3-point shot. Duke's been averaging close to 10 a game, and they've 4 so far.
Cook with a beautiful reverse.
Texas in the game. It was good to be an offensive rebound in this game, and again, it was quick hands that time by Jones, keeping it alive. Cook. Hey, good dribbled around finally. Absolutely. With the way they can put the ball on the floor as much as it maybe has hurt them a little bit defensively.
Georgia helped force that one. End result, this opportunity. On the other end, a beautiful.
Well, he's had only one double-figure game in his last 7. That was a 21-point effort against BC.
Yet another overplay in a passing lane. Leads to the turnover. This is Brian Gregory's worst night.
Started to become, they were a very good offensive team early, but when they really started becoming better defensively, it was Hood.
Look at that.
The spring, yeah.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Every pass is.
Suleiman, the entry pass. Jefferson. And off to Quinn Cook. The floater is good. Really very patient with those three-pointers they love so much.
Well, and you think about Boston College. In ACC play, 50% of the team's shots come from deep. So as dangerous as Duke is, BC can shoot it as well.
Thornton certainly loves that three. Makes 53% out there. Cook lines it up and drains it.
But he
19-5, Boston College trying to pick up just their 7th win of what has been a lost season for the Eagles. Hood picks up the dribble. Hood again, backs it away. Parker really working hard down low against Dragovich. Here's Cook to get it. A three-pointer. Up here into a nice comfort zone on the road. Trying to get to 19-5 on the season. Suleiman for Cook. Here's the shot on the way, and he got it. Rehan, and tipped away by Parker. Another good defensive play by him. Cook had to find it for a moment. Now fires it and hits it. A three-pointer.
Factored in, and that's huge, right? Because Virginia wins basketball games on the strength of their defense, controlling tempo.
71-46 Duke. Under 9 left in this one. Cook rolls to the basket. That was just too easy. 6:45 to go. Duke about to go unless there's a miracle run here by BC to 19-5 and 7-3 in the ACC. And Boston College took a shot in the first half, only trailing by 4 points at the break. Whole different story in the second 20 minutes. Cook gives it up. Gets it back beyond the 3. Shot clock at 1. Fires and hits it. How about that? They take on their arch rivals. The North Carolina Tar Heels have been hot in conference play.
Oh, Mr. Paliuka's dad is in the house. Nice little pass there. Mr. Paliuka, one of the owners for the Boston Celtics, he is in the house, and he said to us at the half, maybe if they could space it out, my son will get on the floor.
Well, he's on the court here as Cook drives it. And
an old school way of thinking. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, sure.
But in this day and age where even guys at the highest level, the LeBron Jameses of the world, are
Defensive rebounder as well.
Duke's got another one off the glass. Well, Mike Krzyzewski has to be thrilled with this uptick in rebounding for Duke.
The rebounding is effort. There's no question about it. It's effort. Certainly you have to have a plan and an idea of how to get position, particularly offensive rebounding. I have always said that real rebounding comes on the offensive end. You know, so many of us can get good defensive rebounds, but you've got to be able to get balls on the weak side, put them.
Syracuse have met 4 times all-time. They're 2-2 twice. Boeheim versus Krzyzewski, but neither in an on-campus facility. Both neutral site games. So this is the first time Duke has played Syracuse in this building ever.
They're 1-1. 2 of them has that nice kick out for the open 3.
And Cook rattles it home.
They got great rim protectors on the inside.
And Parker picks the pocket of Ennis. A rare turnover for Ennis. Cook, left-handed layup.
Well, I'll tell you, Sean, you'd better be strong with the ball when you take it to the basket. It's like those defensive backs that punch the ball in football right out of your hands. You think you're strong with it, and all of a sudden it's gone.
Quinn Cook. Jamie Anderson is trying to be more aggressive to put Duke in a position to foul him. He's not going to be passive and sit back. Oh, what a move. Quinn Cook. The three stays in. Looked like it might. Parker. Offensive rebound by Jefferson and a new shot clock. They can take it down to about 3 minutes to go. Double-double now for Emil Jefferson with 14 points and 10 rebounds.
That was another big play. He's an area rebounder. He gets rebounds out of his area. Not every player does that.
Cook. That was easy.
It's a 9-point lead for Duke. Under 4 here at Cameron Indoor. Which is, as always, jammed to the gills. Cook drives it. A one-hander for two. Pretty play by.
Aptitude on the offensive end and missed free throws.
Parker taking charge, but can't drop it in. Rebound tip. It's Plumlee again. So he's making a difference. Here's Cook. Got it. He hit.
It's my time.
Jabari Parker inbounding here has not had a big scoring year, just 14 points, but he's had another big rebounding game with 13. Has the double-double. He had 15 rebounds against Miami this week.
Listen, that guy has got a tremendous amount of responsibility with the positions he's asked to play.
Cook changing Fields and lays that one in.
Shaqiri with that three. As that 1-2-2 matchup. Matchup means you play a man principles in your area of the floor. You just don't play a specific zone. They try to communicate, match up, and find the guy on their side.
Outside of Manu Lacan, Miami has terrific length, even at the guard spots.
Lacan came from Belgium.
That three goes down as Quinn Cook's triple gives Duke the ability.
I like Lacan with the ball in his hands.
He's played a lot of basketball. He played on Belgium's under 16, 18, and 20-year-old national teams.
They may be inexperienced when you talk about guys starting it all, but you look at the age factor and the experience they have. They've been around basketball.
Long
lights out because they have such a difficult time scoring points.
And Duke has missed their last 7 threes. So the Blue Devils are doing what they can to keep Miami in the game. As we come up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. There's Cook from the corner. Well, sooner or later, Water finds it.
So far, North Carolina State with 3 turnovers early. They're not even 3 minutes gone. So good. 2 in shooting. Number 1 in 3-point shooting. The defense has been an issue.
It's a cross screen and open look. For Hook.
Quinn Cook. North Carolina State has led by as many as 3. Duke has been up by as many as 8. Again, it's had a couple times. Hood to Cook. Screen by Plumlee.
Plumlee's got to get to the rim, though, quicker.
Red roll. Cook for 3.
7, maybe a little more.
Barber lost the ball. Now they got a free ride with Cook.
That's the 3rd turnover by Barber.
Freshman from Los Angeles, playing in this hostile environment. Tony Bennett didn't think his point guard would be rattled. He said, London is California cool.
He's not really turned the ball over much. That hasn't been the issue for Virginia. It's just been their ability to knock down challenge shots within 5-6 feet of the basket. Even open jump shots that they've had, they haven't been able to knock them down. Another three. He's up and shoot a jumper. That can open up a lot of drives.
And yes, Virginia back within 9. The foul on Matt Jones is 3rd. Both teams are over the limit now with 4.5 to go.
Duke really spreading the floor, and they're just running motion. There's no set play call here.
Good, nice drive along the baseline. The finish.
No good. I'll tell you, Mike Krzyzewski spent a lot of time with Jim Boeheim and the national team talking to him about zone philosophy. Look on the drive, the scoop and score for Junior Jefferson getting beat on that right side. Clemson to within 2. It is really getting physical between McDaniels and Hood. Jefferson looks back door, nothing. Cook fires for 3. Quinn Cook.
There's 20 points and 10 rebounds.
There are Staples make more happen moments here in the second half. Noko and Blossom game. Cook a three. Oh, off a deflection. Duke got a second.
But once he went inside, the mismatch turned the other way. That's where Miller guards and defends well.
Quinn Cook spins his way to two for Duke. Miller on the glass. And his jam skipped across the top of the rim. It was Suleiman who challenged him. Cook, transition three. Got it!
Muscle man. And guys like Daniel Miller, people with size and weight, will take their toll on these guys if given the opportunity. There's a lot more where Millers come from in this conference. Duke's going to have to figure out a way to continue to shore up that middle. He's done a pretty good job thus far.
Mismatch. Cook steps back on Miller. Got it! Right over the top by Jefferson. For the 22nd time in the last 23 games under Mike Krzyzewski, Duke will rebound from a loss to win their next contest. And in the second half, they can thank Rodney Hood and what has turned into an 11-0 run. There's Cook.
Establish himself on the inside. Half court set here for Notre Dame. Sherman stripped to the ball and a steal. Quinn Cook streaking to the hoop for the deuce.
How about the package for the layup? To go on the road in a hostile environment. This group, they've not been in this situation before. How will they respond? Will the trust be there in terms of how they play together?
Quinn Cook, a bomb. Cook looking for the open man. Needs some man movement and gets it.
But you see the difference, though, thus far defensively. The Irish always seem to have 5 sets of eyes on the basketball. They don't really give you a lot of opportunities, and that's why you're seeing
Jefferson for Duke.
Yeah, the game's starting to speed up a little bit for Notre Dame, and that's going to be to the advantage of Duke. They want to get out and run. They want to play in transition.
Suleiman on the perimeter. Duke up by 7 on Notre Dame. Cook comes to the ball, penetrates. Nobody there.
They've scored on a baseline out of bounds on one pass.
Double figures now for Connaughton. After that three-pointer, he's got 10. 49-44 Duke. Hood backs it out for Cook. Just over 6 minutes elapsed in this second half. Cook lines it up. He knocks it down.
Trust. Do you believe in what Coach K has been preaching all season? Hostile environment. Can we execute down the stretch?
First lead in the second half for Notre Dame. 64-62. Hood defended by Connaughton. Dawkins back in there for Duke. 10 to shoot. Cook being watched by Vistoria. 5 to shoot. Cook, jump shot. He nails it. Timer. Atkins, a three. Rebounded by Hood. Duke up the floor in a hurry. Here's Cook, the spin around Atkins. He's got the layup. Quinn Cook.
Basketball. This team right here can score with the best of them. Whether they can defend or not will be the question.
Hairston rebounds the miss from Hamilton. Duke beat a good Eastern Michigan team on Saturday in a game that was close until midway through the second half. Quinn Cook struggled.
You know, double figures as a freshman last year. McDonald's All-American, played on the USA USA 19U team, gold medal team this year. And this guy is having a hard time getting minutes. That's just how talented they are.
Yeah, the bench outscoring Elon 20-2. It's a very deep Duke team.
The bench is outscoring the starters.
Yeah.
20-10.
Yeah. Open three for Cook. Yes.
Pressure on Duke trying to attack the paint. That's the way they're going to have to do it. That's the only way they're going to be able to get their shooters open.
Suleiman. The kick to Dawkins. Extra pass Cook for three.
Going into ACC play, that would be detrimental for him.
Troutman got blocked by Jefferson, who seems to be doing just fine, whatever the elbow problem is. Cook with a spin and lays it in.
That's where you would hope guys are more fundamentally sound. That's a perfect area to use the glass.
Neil Jefferson only has 5 points, but has 10 rebounds already. And how about that for a dead-eye three from Quinn Cook to get in the score?
Rowe 06, 07, 08. Last year actually won the Pac-12 regular season title. Lost in their first game, what's now called the second round of the NCAA tournament. Then Howell let go. Steve Alford comes in from New Mexico. Thornton with a look into the corner. He kind of grew late. He's really got point guard skills. Was kind of small in high school. He committed to UCLA, and when Ben Howell was fired and Steve Alford took over, he decided he wanted a commitment, and aren't the Bruins glad he did? Almost 14 a game off the bench. Cook.
Body and gets that good look. He's a good shooter.
Howell misses the jumper. Tacked back out by David Ware, but it's Rodney Hood.
Hood's been quiet in this game.
Cook steps in, unguarded, and now Parker turns it over. Adams ahead to Anderson, and he lost it.
That's the third time he's lost the ball. They'll come back and score. He's dropping down.
Well, they missed the front end of some free throws, missed a layup, missed a dunk, and they're down by 8.
Gonna have to really tighten up defensively, though. Can't trade with them. Gotta come some stops. They're gonna learn to get more help defensively from the offside.
Suleiman in the game at the crunch time tonight for Duke.
See, it's one thing playing the ball tough, but you gotta have other people cooperate and play with. See, right there's an example.
Anderson the drive. Got all the way to the rim and then turned it over.
He was looking to make the spectacular pass to the trail man.
And Cook won't force it. He'll use the clock. It's his friend right now.
He's got to play 35 minutes a night. You can see why. Yes,
for this basketball team. He's a junior, understands pace, has a lot of fight, has a lot of grit in his game defensively. You know, their coach Tim Kraft told us before the game, he reminds me of a poor man's Aaron Kraft. He never quits on the play, and that was a prime example. At Missouri, at Xavier, at Furman, they played everybody, and they're not intimidated. Plumlee's tip to Cook for 3. On the ground for a strong 1 or 2 dribbles and get to the rim, or pull up for a mid-range jumper.
Turnover number 5. Quinn Cook finishes. Another steal. Cook got his hand on it. And Cook will finish with a chance.
At Kansas. That's where you worry about Duke a little bit due to their front court lack of depth.
Dante Harper on the other side for Gardner-Webb. Here's Tyler Thornton.
Now think about it, Tom. Not only are you asking a guy like Jabari Parker to guard the 5 position, which is getting banged around down low on the block, you're also asking him to score 20 points a game.
His first touch, I think, in the second half.
He can't get any open looks. He is struggle city. He is struggle city to the 4.
He was a key player for them last year, but his minutes have been going down and down so far this season. Usually you see guys take a big step forward from freshman to sophomore season. It's been the opposite for Suleiman. Cook with a nice crossover. 15-footer for the nation.
He's starting to really take control out there for Michigan. Putting points on the board, attacking the rim.
Into double figures with 10. Cook with a reverse. It's 20 years ago.
Wow.
Ran on every network, ESPN and ESPN2 and ESPN News and ESPNU, all concurrently at 7 Eastern. You'll hear so much more about the V Foundation, culminating with the doubleheader that we'll have 2 weeks from tonight, I guess it is, up at the Garden in New York City, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, and then Memphis and Florida.
Game.
As a 4 seed, wound up all the way to the national championship game where they lost to Louisville.
They were 12-6 in the Big Ten. Showing how tough the Big Ten is.
1-3-1 zone again.
There's that 1-3-1 half-court trap out of it. Trying to take away passing lanes.
Open 3.
Robinson break out this year, yet he's just too talented. McGarry, I give McGarry a benefit of the doubt because of his back injury. Stauskas, we know, is way better than what we've seen here tonight. And they're well coached.
Good patience by Cook. Now a trap.
Bring the ball away from the trap. Use the skip pass.
The spin. Finds the open man, Ashley, or Gordon rather. Takes the shot, drives, and it's rejected by Parker. Arizona bench wanting a goaltend. Cook racing down the court.
See the real Suleiman, who at times last year was brilliant. Then he went through a little slow.
Now a turnover. And Cook, count the basket. Goaltending on Tarzan. Cook, nice bounce pass inside. And a rejection. Comes free to Cook. High arcing jumper.
Starts in college basketball or in the NBA. Everyone wants to go to the rim. Nobody blocks out.
Suleiman. Cook. What a move.
Screen.
And the pass deflected away. Here's Suleiman.
Good job by her defensively.
Cook. Yes.
He's a big-time performer.
A 10-point lead.
Solid performance. Defensively, offensively, shared the basketball. Never panicked when key guys get foul trouble.
Cook. And it's a goaltend on Johnson. Count the basket. And a fresh 35 for the tie. Only to turn it over. Parker. Cook. Duke leads. First leading by 2.
Now they set up in what looks a little bit like a 1-3-1, and then the opposite guard, Key, at this point, reaches up a little bit.
Jacobs the miss, and Jefferson down with a rebound. So Anthony Grant playing his best player, Relaford, with 2 fouls. Hood is on the bench and has been for a while.
I always like to see the guy get the ball in the post stand and give a really good move and a fake, trying to get to the free throw line where you can get your 2 points there. There's so much that comes from drawing a foul, and they're not doing that down there. They're getting it.
Cooper knocked away by Thornton. Duke ball, 3-on-2. Cook got it. Back-to-back.
Alabama's had from defense and offense so far in the game.
Wood gets out of the trap. Hairston finds a wide open Cook. Count.
They got to. His coaching tree is going to make a run at it this year. Johnny Dawkins, I'm expecting big things from him at Stanford. Of course, Tommy Amaker with Harvard.
Average of 15. Right? I mean, it's not like we're watching Wisconsin here and there's only so many shots. I mean, this is, with all due respect to Bo Ryan, this is a Duke team that is willing to run, and everybody seemingly has a green light.
Well, you're playing to your strength. Jabari can play off the ball, the extra pass. Watch that right there.
Cook spins in the...
Stop each other defensively, but offensively, sharing the ball, making the extra pass. Both teams have been exceptional on that on the offensive end.
We were last tied when it was 6-all. Who will answer for Duke?
Good ball movement. Good patience.
Hood has Cook on the wing. Quinn Cook penetrates. Floats.
Now Thornton won't beat you with the three-point shot, though he had a history of hitting big shots. His concentration goes up. But you've got to guard and rebound.
Whoa! Mercy and Covington have the whistles, and Duke has the basketball to start. It is Quinn Cook to walk it up. His defense was sensational last night. Cook, East Carolina started Caleb White tonight at the 4 spot to go a little bit smaller. Jefferson with the takeaway along with Parker, and the sliding grab. Jabari Parker comes out with it. Cook crosses over.
Their defense, you're going to see the ball handler have to make plays. They might be pounding the rock for a while trying to probe the defense.
Cook crosses over, gets to the paint. Said, don't let our missed shots become the first pass on their break.
Yeah. Your offense really is the first part of your defense. Are you taking good shots? Are you not turning it over?
When Cook for 105 games, non-conference to knock off Duke at home.
The crazies trying to get involved right now, staying in that 2-3 zone, trying to keep Duke on the perimeter, gapping every drive.
Cook. Huge three from Quinn Cook. His on Dawkins. And taken away by Jabari Parker. Quick push to Cook. Loose ball taken by Thornton. Dawkins finds Cook. And another transition bucket.
Handle the ball, keep his body under control as he attacks the rim. They have two posts that I think are terrific and could be a real handful in the Big South.
When Cook got Quinn Cook reverses it in and draws
him up, and he's going to need to score the ball on the blocks.
Parker has 4 points. He's 1 for 3 from the field, but he has 3 rebounds, and he grabbed another one there. And they turn it into 3 points.
If you're an elite program like this, you have to be able to recruit strong recruiting classes, regardless of who's staying and who's leaving.
Cook, an easy 2 for the
Forgive me, Tariq Black, number 25, is the guy who picks up the foul. Great ball movement, and the lay-in for Quinn. Only UCLA has ever had more conference titles in a row or more weeks ranked in the top 10. Quinn Cook with a floater, and the lead is 5. Embiid looking for somebody to give the ball to, finds Mason, who's wide open. Cook still going, and lays it in.
You got to stop the basket elevator. You could see he was down. I said, son, smile. You are going to be special.
And wasn't he? Cook lays it in. 5-point game at a timeout taken.
Jabari Parker, watching practice yesterday, the defensive end, he's got a lot of growth. He's at the perfect place to sort of be taught defensive technique.
Thornton swings up high. Now Cook to set up a play for the Blue Devils, who went 30-6 a season ago. Wound up second place in the ACC is Cook.
You don't know yet what your rotations are. You might have an idea, and against certain matchups you might play certain guys, but everything is new. How many minutes can Jabari Parker play before he's fatigued and makes young mistakes? All of these things develop over the course of your season.
Says, I know what I can do. I don't know what I'm going to do with this team yet.
Yes.
And how they're going to react. Cook with a long one. Got it.
Free throw attempts this year easily, to me, Robbie Hood.
Left-hander missed the pair of those, but Suleiman there for the rebound. McKillop was not happy with that effort in a rebounding fray. Under a minute now before halftime at Cameron Indoor. Andre Dawkins has returned to the Blue Devils. He wears number 34. Sat out last season, continuing to deal with his sister's death back in 2009. The tragic loss of his sister Lacey. Cook down the lane to lay it in.
Pursuing offensive rebounds hard, and that's directly attributable to their head coach.
Brooks was 17. So he's shown up. He averaged 14 points a game last year and gave Duke a lot of trouble in the one meeting. Cook, the junior point guard, to set up a play here. Nice spin and a follow away.
Side the paint.
Cook, strong drive, fires it up, he made it. And a 74-57. Jabari Parker about to check back in. Here's Cook with a long one. He answers with a triple. 90 already up on the scoreboard with 6:40 to play. And no signs of slowing down. One thing that Duke has shown us tonight, they don't have to just score in transition. They can score in the half-court game as well.
Yeah.
Quite liberally.
They've had good spacing. They've shot it incredibly well. From
difficult position to inbound the ball from, but he gets it into Rodney Hood, who surveys and finds Quinn Cook across court, and he will cross the midcourt line. Cook with a floater in the lane, and it's good.